Last week I was talking with John Siskovich all about raising your own meat chickens, and we got to the subject of breed and which meat breed is best for the homesteader. John said Red Rangers were a great fit for a homesteader looking to get into the world of meat chickens. But then we talked about those of you out there who might be doing this as a business. What is the chicken that you should raise? Should it be Cornish Cross? Should it be Red Ranger? Or should it be something else? We're going to talk about that in today's video. A lot of people in the homesteading world are not big fans of the Cornish Cross because they're a bird that is a hybrid that needs to be produced from a hatchery. They're not very sustainable because they can't keep having their own Cornish Cross babies there on your farm. And a lot of people just don't like the idea of the Cornish Cross because it's not a natural chicken. It's a chicken that was created for living in a factory.
I honestly would love the day that we see the end of the Cornish Cross altogether. It works for farmers right now, you know, the pasture-based model, quicker turnaround, all the things that we've talked about, but it's not a sustainable breed. It's not a great breed. It's something that, you know, has been developed for people and a lot of marketing dollars has been spent to convince us that that's what a chicken is. A chicken is not a Cornish Cross. Cornish Cross is a mutant.
And so for that, a lot of homesteaders are like, forget it, I'm never gonna raise the Cornish Cross. But hold the phone. If you're thinking about doing chickens as a business, you may want to. I raise meat chicken as part of my farm business, and so does John, and we both raise the Cornish Cross. In fact, John mentioned that he doesn't know any large-scale farm doing chicken as a profitable enterprise that's doing anything but the Cornish Cross.
And as you get used to growing chickens, work Cornish Cross into your rotations, and if the more successful poultry farms that I've seen, and someone listening to this is going to come up with like, oh no, this person doesn't do that. The more successful places that I've seen that are worried about their bottom line are raising Cornish Cross on pasture versus the Red Rangers or the heritage breeds.
Have you seen large-scale farms doing Red Rangers?
None that I can think of offhand. I bet somebody in APA, the American Pasture Poultry Producers Association, I bet somebody there is doing it, but to my immediate knowledge, no.
Why?
That extra month.
Yeah.
The extra month, and when you think about marketability to customers, they're used to go into a supermarket and look at the chickens. This is one of the things that I did when I was first starting my operation. I went to every single place that sold chickens, pasture raised, conventional, whatever, in the area. Big Y, Stop and Shop, all these, you know, people listening across the country are like, I don't know those stores. Yeah. But every mom and pop store looked at the prices, how big the chicken was, how it was packaged, how it was presented on the shelf. All this market research, somebody paid somebody else just to be a marketer for their chicken company, just marketing for chickens, to get that chicken on the shelf. They've done all the homework.
Love that tip.
You know, they've done all the homework for you. That's possibly, you know, hundreds of thousands of marketing dollars that you can go, huh, that's how they did it. You know, and then you replicate it at your farmer's market stand. People ask me how to market chickens. Someone's already done it.
Yeah.
You know, we, as Americans, I think it's just America, consume 20 million chickens a day. You know, it's the most consumed protein on the planet.
Yeah.
So someone's figured it out. Replicate that and then set yourself apart. I'm not going to stop our local supermarket from selling chickens, but there are people looking for a niche, different product, and that's what I'm able to provide.
Yeah. There are people who are looking for a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. There's people who's looking for a Starbucks coffee. There's people who's looking for the local coffee shop that has their special drink. And when you're small scale, it's much better to be that third one. You know, the local, not chain.
They're marketed as big breasts, large white meat, look a certain way. We're raising Cornish Cross because that's what the market expects, but when they get it and they put it in their mouth, it's something that they didn't expect. It tastes like chicken. I've had old ladies come up to me and say, I haven't had chicken like this since my mother's table in Italy.
So John explained why the Cornish Cross is good to do as a business. However, he has plans to phase this out.
So starting with Cornish Cross, getting people used to pasture poultry, establishing that market in your area, getting a reputation, doing your customer education year to year. Yeah. This year we're raising a slightly different variety of the Red Rangers. It's like a Red Ranger Cornish Cross mix. It's the Red Cornish Cross.
Wow.
That I'll be making videos and stuff this year as I do my own science experiments and working towards having a split production model of Cornish Cross and Red Rangers to, I'm hoping 15 years down the road, I'm raising Red Rangers, I'm getting the price I need to stay in business, and I have an educated market who appreciates what a real chicken is.
So there John explains why he raises Cornish Crosses now, but that he wants to see a future where there are none. If you're out there thinking to yourself, I don't like the Cornish Cross, but I do want to raise chickens as a business, as part of my farm enterprises, make some money from, then you may decide, like John, for a little while it's a good idea for you to do the Cornish Cross. Think about it. The Cornish Cross came to us after 100 years of breeding. Literally 100 years. Back in the early 1900s is when they started selectively breeding chickens for meat. And here we are in the early 2000s with this giant unnatural animal. If it took us 100 years to get to this point, then it's going to take us a little while before we can get back to a world of selling meat chickens that don't look like this giant abomination. I often say, don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. If you're a small farm trying to get customers, trying to do things the natural way, and the chicken that you sell costs people $30 per bird, and it looks like a bunch of skin and bones, you're not going to get many customers. And then you're going to go out of business. And so perfect puts you out of business. That's the enemy of the good. Instead, maybe do what John does. Start off raising Cornish Crosses, a factory bird, in a more natural setting, on grass, on pasture. Meanwhile, educate your customers. Help them learn about their chicken. Maybe give them a free heritage breed to try. When they taste the better flavor and they see that the dark meat on that chicken is delicious, perhaps you'll start to win more and more over. And most importantly, you'll stay in business, you'll be able to keep producing local sustainable chicken, and perhaps like John, over the period of 10 years, you can phase out the Cornish Cross and phase in a more natural bird to your already existing clients who are happy to support the local farm that they know and trust. Instead of having a bunch of people out there looking for a local farm, but no one to give their money to because you wouldn't do the Cornish Cross ever and you went out of business. It's something to consider. If it took us 100 years to get to this point, it's probably going to take us at least a few years to get back to where we came from. If you have a goal and you slowly are making progress towards it, that's a great way to build more and more sustainability into your farm. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And please share this video with a friend. We love when you share our videos, it helps our channel to grow. Hate the Cornish Cross? I'm sure you're going to tell us why in the comments below, so let us have it.